Okay. All right. Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right. Hello. This is going to be the unboxing and full build of the 144 high grade Gundam Barbataurus from the new Gundam Breaker Battle Log series. Sorry. This one just got released, I think a week or two ago. I just saw it in Target and decided to pick it up. Well, actually, I knew about it coming out because like all the news that Bandai just like puts out for these things. Actually have the original 144 scale Gundam Barbataurus that this is based on from Iron Blooded Orphan series. So I decided, hey, what the heck? Let's try this one. And my cat is now sitting on my table looking at me like I'm insane, but what you know. So let's get this thing open and see what's going on. Okay, so inside the box we have our runners. And package. So it is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Inside. Yep, there's 4 of them. And the instruction booklet. Anybody's curious about Gunpla, it's actually quite easy. Especially nowadays. Even though the instructions are all in Japanese, they're like so easy to build because the diagrams and the pictures are like well made and like just simple to follow. Like, I don't know if you can see this. It literally tells you step by step which part goes into where. Everything's labeled like in the directions, and then it's labeled on the runners themselves, which are the plastic molds that hold the parts. I've done a couple of these, so this is kind of easy for me. If you ever are interested in building one of these, I would suggest 144 scale high grade. They're common, they're cheap, like about $20 or so, $25 the most. And they're very good entry grade. So, and you can really put this together just by looking at like the directions. You'll get it. I just like to put all the runners in one spot, that way we don't lose any pieces in case anything snaps off. Because last thing you want to do is start checking the floor like a crazy person looking for that one piece that somehow popped off and rolled away. And sometimes there are loose pieces like this. I think this is the tail for it. Yeah, it's flexible, so I think this is the tail. So you just open the bag, throw it wherever, it might just fly off and you never see it again. That would really ruin your build. And most kits do come with small little decal stickers to like flush them out. It's like a light pink instead of like the usual red that the Barbataurus has. I might go with the red. Let's put this aside and start peeling them off one by one when I figure out which order I'm going in. Oh, actually here it is. This is the original Barbataurus right here. I'm not sure if you can see that. And it has actually 3 versions: the original Barbataurus, the Barbataurus Lupus, and the Barbataurus Lupus Rex. Because during the series, it got upgraded like 3, 4, 7 times. Alright, so let me find out what I'm going to start with first. I haven't seen the series battle log yet. It's on YouTube. It's actually a series based on building Gunpla instead of like how the main series go, like all space operas. This is like the next like chapter of this one. I haven't really followed them. I guess I'll start with number 1, which would be building the body unit. So if you're interested, just put some comments in the chat on anything, how to do this, where to start. I really started at picking up my first Gunpla at Planet Gundam in Jersey, or Gundam Planet. I always get the names confused. I have to look it up. But they're a great small shop. They're not sponsoring this. I picked up, I don't even know how many Gunpla. My cousin definitely knows I have a problem with it, but not hurting anybody. Alright, so to start the body unit, we gotta start with A2 and B. So it's A2 Runner and part 34 and B29. Runner B, part 29. That's how you figure it out. At the top or like on the side, all the runners have like these cutouts right here. It tells you exactly which part number and which section you gotta go to. So this is runner A2. And I need B. That's F. High grades are usually pretty easy because they only have about 5 packages, about 2 runners each, so you're looking at about like 8 runners, about 10 to 8 runners. The higher you get up, like perfect grades and master grades, I haven't even tried those. Those are like, those are world-class champion level ones. Those are things you do not start with if you ever wanted to get into the series. Do not pick up a master grade, do not pick up a perfect grade as your first one. You will not know what you're doing and you'll just be frustrated and waste a lot of money. Start small, see if you actually like this hobby. It's very time consuming, but hey, it's better than just like sitting there and doing nothing. So part 34, let me turn the lights a little bit so get a better look at this. There we go. What I like to do is use the nippers. Oh, I'm going to show my toolkits. If you do get into this hobby, I would suggest picking up the Tamiya basic tool set. This is the one I use. There are a bunch better ones, but this is a very good like entry level. Comes with like pretty much everything you need for like just starting out. Clippers, which we call nippers. It's like a small Phillips, a small flathead, a razor blade, a file, and a pair of tweezers. I just added this little brush. You can get this little brush like any hardware store. They have like, they're called like work brushes, little like metal detail brushes. It's great for just cleaning up like dust and extra like plastic that's like stuck on the runners after you cut out the pieces. It just helps clean up things. But for the most part, you just need nippers. Don't try to cheap out and get like fingernail clippers, because the way they're cut, these are like extra sharp and extra fine. So like for better detail, you try using like regular fingernail clippers, you're gonna get these big chunks stuck on the end. It's gonna look horrible. And the set was only like, I think about $20, so it's pretty cheap. So you can probably get started with Gunpla just getting one kit and this, $40 on Amazon. All I have to do to get the best cut is get as close as you can, because it's flat on one edge. As close again to the piece you're cutting. I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of hard. And then just snip as close as you can without cutting the piece just you want to cut off the runner. And I just like putting the piece I'm working on in the little tray right here to the side. That way I know I'm working on that piece, or I'm going to use it next. Because there are like a bajillion pieces, and you don't want to mix them up and lose them. Because some are duplicates for like left and right on arms and legs. So it usually doesn't matter like when it's sort of things like that, but sometimes there are small details, and you just don't want to mess it up and lose them. Alright, so I'm looking for 29. And everything's labeled, so it's pretty easy and straightforward to do. You don't need to read Japanese to figure this out. They made this super easy because Gunpla is a huge international like thing. Every year they have a World Series, and what those guys create, basically art. Some light up, some move a little bit. It's them on stands and dioramas from like the series. And even there is some English on the new, especially on the new ones. There's English. Everything's like written in English too. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really tiny. But like there's Japanese, and then like right on the side of it's English, and it tells you like everything you would need to do. So easy and straightforward. It's gonna be a long, slow video, but hey, we're all here together. And if I don't talk too much, it's just because I'm still new to this whole live streaming thing, and it's kind of hard to concentrate and talk at the same time. Trying to figure this one out, and I've already hit a snag. I can do this. Get something in my eye. Yeah, I'm gonna try building a model kit like every Monday, Model Monday. I might add more days. It's a working title. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with that name, but come on, I can't really get this one. This is embarrassing. I'm already stuck on my first try. Oh, it's upside down. Good one, Ty. Because the way this part looks, it's supposed to go like this. Oh, okay, I'm dumb. I have to put that there for right now because I gotta get another piece out. Oh yeah, a little heads up. These are PCs. They're almost in like every kit. They're super soft rubber pieces, I guess, for like flexibility. They're usually for joints and such. But the material they're made of doesn't like being painted with like certain model paints. It makes it brittle and crack. So if you ever do get into painting, just be careful, because like you start painting these joints and stuff, they might get brittle and then they break on you, and then, well, super glue is your best friend for a reason. So I would suggest you can paint these. These are fine, like the harder plastic that things are made of, but like the joint parts, it would say PC up here. Just be careful with those. But that's more of an advanced technique. If you're just putting one together, you don't have to worry about that. I haven't built one of these in so long. I actually have like two sitting apart. just waiting to get painted. I just haven't picked up a paint set. I have a booth and some light paints, but I don't have like all the colors I wanted for it. So I've just been sitting there collecting dust. I don't know, I might just scrap those ones and get 2 new sets again and just keep those stock factory finish. Going custom's hard because you gotta like learn how to mix paints. I haven't even mastered that yet. Oh, okay, I figured out. Yep. Gotta love the directions. They tell you exactly what to do. I couldn't get this piece to stay on. It's really small, you can tell. But it literally tells you, like, put it in and then turn part. And it locks into place. And yeah, that's what happened. It stays right in place. I can't imagine, like, detail, like, they probably have, like, a CAD file and they just zoom in on, like, how we're going to get this small plastic piece to interlock with this other small plastic piece. And they've been doing this since the 80s. The original model kits back then were literally chunks of plastic that you glue together. And now it's like super intricate detail. Like, my camera's not that great, I can't really show you that, but there's like small little scratch lines and holes where vents and like lights would be like on the full scale Gundam. They even did a model kit of the machine that makes model kits. That's kind of meta. I should have picked that up years ago. I probably could find it on eBay somewhere. But I think the machine is actually like as big as a building. And it just shoots out these tiny little model kits at the very end. It's kind of weird. And Bandai's kind of like the name in the game for this. Like any kind of model kit, it's probably gonna have Bandai's logo on it. And almost all their stuff is very high grade. Sorry, high quality. High grade is just what this level's called. Alright, so that's that part. Moving on to A2, part 31. My cat seems to want to get on this, but you don't have any opposable thumbs, so I don't know how you're gonna help. Oh. When you have things that could be the neck or like a peg, you gotta be careful and actually look. Because you can see where the runner ends, it like pinches in where the plastic was, and then it spreads out to the part would be. You want to cut right there. If you're unsure, look how the part will be, like in the diagram, in the description. That way you don't end up cutting too short, because if you cut too short, you can't go back. So, PC4. Yeah, usually at the end of a job, you usually have a lot of these. You usually have like a couple of these left, like 2 or 3. I always like to keep them just in case, because kits might get old or moved around too much and they start breaking. And it's always good to have some later, because at the back of like almost every one of these diagrams, they have a. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. They have an order slip for if a part gets lost or misplaced or broken, whatever. But the only problem is it's only for Japan customers. It literally says that. So if you break a part and you can't find a way to fix it, you're kind of like screwed. You would have to either buy a whole other kit, which I have to do for one. I was doing a Yang build from the series Ruby on a 1/44 scale burning Gundam, and I think I broke something on the face, like the mask or something, like the face shield. I found a website that can find it, but I forgot to like order it and save the website, so I'm not sure if I can re-find that website. but then I had to buy a whole other kit to get that part, and I still haven't found it because they only do limited runs of like these kits. Like they'll make a production run and that's it, and if it's really popular they'll make another one. Let's see. I still haven't found like anyone who remade the Nobel Gundam from G Gundam, because I want to do like, I need like 10 of them to do the Sailor Scouts, but I don't have enough. And now like they're super expensive on eBay. I was picking them up for like $12 like in GameStop, like no problem. Then they stopped making them and they jumped up. Yep. That's kind of hard to pay attention because I just put this on backwards. Alright, trying to keep this in focus and look at it at the same time. And it's always a good idea, like when you put a part in, wiggle it back and forth, see if it's loose, see how it's going to move, so you can see your articulation for later on. So looking for A12. This might be a long video, because I never actually clocked myself putting one of these together. This is like something you do in the afternoon. Although I've heard they have like speed building contests. It's like finish any Gundam, any percent speed run. Like, here we go. Sorry, just have a message I have to take care of. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Alright, let's get back to it real quick. Oh, this is the spine for it. Yeah. And they even tell you, like, when you put this in, how everything should line up. And it even tells you, fit them together tightly. So, squeeze together, make sure it's all good. Move on to the next piece. This was the upper torso up to the spine, so moving to the chest and the abdomen region. And everything's labeled in numbers from like the section you're working on too, so it'll tell you this part goes first, next part goes second, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I had to get out the red one. Blake, get down. Blake, psst, psst, down. My cat decided she wants to start tap dancing on my old GameCube. Even though I had to pull an Eddie level trade deal to get that thing. If anyone's seen that episode where they just like kept borrowing over things they needed to get, I forgot what it was. They get, oh yeah, chicken egg. They wanted to get a chicken egg, and then they just had to keep trading with everyone in the cul-de-sac. It's kind of like that. So I'm going for F11. Trying to find an old GameCube because I bought one for my friend, but I want the model with the digital output so I could use HDMI. So there was a gaming cafe nearby my hometown, and they were willing to trade me one of their like standalone units they just have out on the floor for mine. The funny part was I found a retro gaming store that sold like the conversion kit, so you can use them on HDMI TVs, and it just plugs right into the regular AV port, so I didn't really need it. And I'm just using it to play Pokemon Fire Red. So real no reason for an HDMI like conversion and all that extra stuff, but hey, it works. What the? Oh, this is G. Yeah, I want G1. Oh, G1 part 14. See? Gotta pay attention. I'm looking at like G1, that's not even right. Hey! Psst. Go with your snacks. So... if you're trying to get this lined up correctly. Not sure exactly how this goes. Okay. I swear they get more and more creative on how they're going to put these things together. So yeah, line up this specific small piece on the smaller piece. And there you go. Like, there's no way this will fit. And like, oh, there it goes. Wait, am I doing this right? Oh, okay, it's like that. It's like a horn. Yep. Just like that. Okay, so we're looking for F type. F piece. Should really invest in one of those runner boards that just like hold your runners when you're not using them straight up so you can see. So you could DIY it. Kind of want like an official one, so it's just like nicer and cleaner. But they're a little like overpriced for what they are. They just hold the runners up like this, and like all in a row. And the ones I could find, it was like eBay, and they want like $35 for it. I'm pretty sure Amazon will get it to me for like half the price. Let's see, F18. Ah, there it is. Sometimes in the description it tells me to put a little sticker right here. I usually don't like using the stickers. They don't look as good as like a paint job would be. Even like just paint, just like doing a little detail. I'm not sure if you can see that. Like the little symbol right in the middle. There's a sticker for that. You just put that on top if you wanted to. I'm probably just gonna use a little paint. I have a little jar. Just use that. They even give you warning on the next part. I'm going to attach all the pieces we have and to make the upper torso of the body. It even tells you, make sure that the parts are facing the right way and in the right positions. And they have symbols. There's a whole like list of symbols that Bandai uses so you can like determine like how things are going to go. They tell you like, oh, this part can be flipped, or this part goes in one way, or you have to be careful, or you have to do it in this certain step, or it's not going to work. It tells you that. So make sure you read the directions in the section. Don't try to jump ahead, and you're going to get confused, and you're going to mess up something. So I need PC1. Maybe I'll make a video on like how to, like step by step, in depth on like how to build, and like all the rules. But there have been like YouTubers who've done this much better than I have. I'm really just starting out here. Oh, PC2. That's what I was saying. They give you a lot of these. This is actually the second one. I didn't even realize it's 2 of these. I was have to hold on to them just in case. Like, I'm not gonna need 2 neck joints. This thing only has 1 head. Oh, you figure out how to make it a chimera. Or was it a minotaur? So look at the description. Match it up. Connect it. And make sure you do pay attention to the directions, because everything's small and the fits are tight. Last thing you're gonna do is like try to pull something apart because you put it in backwards. Because it turns into that fragile. Like, gotta pull hard enough to pull it apart, but not hard enough to snap it in half, because these are just plastic. That's why I recommend this kit, because it comes with a little flathead screwdriver, which is great for like if you can get like a little corner up, you can just like put in there and just twist it and give it a little pop. G1, so I need G1 on 11. And it's starting to take shape. Okay, so now moving on to the head units. Didn't even give you important detail about this too. Gotta love international symbols to help out. So make sure you definitely read. If you ever get directions, it says do not cut. Because there's like little nubs that you can mistake for like parts of the runner. That's actually just like mounting points for the rest of the head. You cut that, ruined. So F19. Let's see if I can get that part out and show you what it looks like. I hope this music doesn't get me demonetized, but I have no monetization to begin with. Can't take what I don't got. Government would be like, watch us. It's legit. Good lord, this thing's so small. It's even smaller than my fingertip. I know it's bad for the camera that you can't see that I'm cutting, but I have to like get that close so I don't make the mistake. I'm gonna show the detail on this thing. kind of blurry. I'm trying to get focus, but trust me, that the machine they use is so detailed. They actually engrave like little eyes and mask lines into the face. It's like measured in millimeters. You know, the edges are like, there are little nubs right here. You can't really see it that well, but there. Usually 144 scales, like, they have that, so you can mount like the rest of the head unit to like the face. So be careful cutting around there. So I need runner F, parts 6 and 7. Oh, good. Right next to each other. And they tell you how to put it in order too. So 6 would go in first because 7 goes on top, and you can't really break physics to go through stuff. I think this Gundam is piloted by like the antagonist in the series, which is kind of funny because the one it's based on is piloted by the hero of that series. And look at a good cat, she decides to play with the box instead. This is the part where they tell you to put the sticker for the eyes on first, because once you do it, you're not gonna be able to like reach in there. So I don't even know where I put my paint kit. Oh, it's underneath the stand I'm using right now. That's great. I might skip that for now and come back so I can just paint all at once, because it's kind of a pain to stop and paint, stop and paint. Give me that. She has to eat the ribbon. Like, she has cat jerky and a stuffed mouth full of catnip, and she decides to eat the plastic. Not the smartest thing. Let me check the B runners and see how the cheek, sorry, it's gonna look. 19 and 18. 17, 19, 18. Okay, it's not too bad, I guess. Just gonna match it up real quick. Yeah, I could probably paint around that. The brushes I use are kind of fine, so they should be able to squeeze right through. I think I'll just paint it right before I put it on. I'm not gonna paint the, I don't even know what this area is called. The area around the ring in your eye, or the ring in the eyes. That's usually always black on Gundams, because they always have like striking, like different colored eyes. Like usually it's green. This one's green, I think. And like the black, I guess, helps it offset it. But since I'm just going for a factory finish look, which is like painting on the details, I'm not going for like a competition level. Oh wait, where did I put that? Sorry. Just walks across the keyboard like it's not a care in the world. You were asleep for 4 hours, mind your business. Now you want to bother me. I'm busy doing this. I'm like, I love you too, but damn, Blake. Sleeps the thunderstorm. Opens. Sleeps the thunderstorm. No problem. I open the window to get a little fresh air. It runs across the field. What is that? What's going on? Oh wait, I'm going too fast. I'm trying to put the cheeks on before I put the head unit on. It's like they're not holding. Like the skull, which is in the A2 runners. It's kind of amazing how little like area space a cat can take when it sits like bunched up like squeezed tight. I don't know why they're like hanging out on ledges, like just like they fit. $44, $43. I was going to do a second stream after this, into more Fatal Frame, but I'm already at 42 minutes. I'm only started the head. Like, this is probably going to take me at least another hour and a half to get done, and then I'll be exhausted. Work tomorrow. Like, behave yourself. Oh, yeah, I got it painted now. Marked it up. Well, this crane will be, like, I won't even be able to get brush in there. So, pardon the camera going wonky for just a second. I gotta find... Oh, man, this stuff's been sitting so long it's separated. God. I have not been painting for so long. All my paints have separated in their jars. Oh, here's my brush. And my dirty rags. Ugh. Get these things airtight. Smell like the ether and ethanol and all that stuff they use to make paint out of. Let's see. Get back to lining it up. Shoot, cat, you bother me. I always like to use like Tamiya color acrylic paints, and they have these convenient numbers on them. X is like, I think, acrylic. They have like A, C. I forgot exactly how they're labeled, but they like tell you, so you know, like you're using acrylic, a lacquer based, an oil based paint. So you know exactly what you're getting. Make sure the cap's on like before you have a paint problem. These are just some cheap little art brush tower. I don't know what brand that really is. Just picked up on Amazon because I needed like some finer brushes. Got how small they were. Alright, let's see if I still got this. Or I end up like that lady who tried to restore that like medieval painting. It looks like a meme going wrong. Holy crap, this is tight. I can't really open this, it's so sealed. I want to give from a pair of vice grips and my vice at work right now. Just get this thing open in 2 seconds. There you go. And get the twist. Should really open up all my gear before I did this. So yeah, it's like Indiana Jones opening the Lost Ark. I'm not even going to use paint from there. Enough paint I need is just right here on the top of the cap. So I'm just going to dab the eyes so like 2 little dots would do. Shaky hands like a drunk sailor over here. I think I invested in one of those little magnifying stands that hold something and you can look at it at the same time, but I just don't know where I put it at the time. I'll break that out next time. Yep. I like the paint better than the stickers because it just pops out better. You know, you're not gonna see it's too dark right here. Just put it on something so you can hold it. Yeah, that doesn't really help either. It's just my little pocket flashlight. I can't really. But believe me, like, it's a lot better. It's like 2 little green dots for the eyes. Good Lord, this paint. What's this expiration date? Good to the end of the time. Oh, I forgot to grab the brush cleaner too. Grab that, sorry. It's not really brush cleaner. I do have a air spray cleaner. That's for my air kit. I just use X20 thinner. It's just because it removes all paint. It's just easier that way. Just dab it. Just have to clean up the brush so I can use it again on something else real quick. Because I'm just doing basic stuff here. Put that to the side. Sorry, I gotta go back in one more time. I'm just gonna get my red paint for later on because I gotta do the like symbols, I guess they're called. Oh, I'll take these out too while I'm here. Sorry, just gotta reset this up. I don't have a perfect setup for this yet. I'm still figuring all this out, so please bear with me. Oh, these Gundam markers, they're just like that. They're paint markers. So like if you want to do like a wider like piece, I guess like a thigh or an arm, and you just want to do like all one color, it's already like preloaded with paint, and you just press down. It's just like any kind of marker. You just mark the area and paint it over. Some people like to empty them into cans and like little dishes, and then like take paint from there. You can do that too. But these are like the official like Gundam colors, like with the RX-78, like the namesake Gundam, like this one. This is like its main color set. They have tons of different ones, like funky colors, desert colors, camo colors, everything you could want. These are always great to have because they're easy. Like if you don't want to deal with like a jar of paint and like paint brushes and stuff like this, you just pick these up and you just like put it on a little dish, take a little paint, put it there, and it's easy to put away. Nice to have. Here's another one. This one doesn't look like it's separated. They all separated. It's acrylic. What are you gonna do? Oh, I gotta find that. I had an empty jar of gray. I used a ton of. Never got a refill because I wasted all of it. Acrylic. Oh yeah. Hot tip: acrylic paint does not work well in an air spray kit. It's too thick. I didn't realize that. I wasted too much of my gray trying to spray down something and it didn't work at all. So, oh, alright, that's open. I was just vamping to buy time to let it dry because I used a little bit, but I didn't want to smudge it. So I'll grab the piece, and now we'll put the head back together. Maybe one of these streams I'll do an airbrushing kit too, but problem is my spray booth for it I have is super loud. I don't know any way to quiet it down because literally all you hear is whoosh the fan all the time instead of like me. There's no way just to keep the lights on. Yeah, it's like this cheap Chinese knockoff set. This is it says inside the joy of airbrushing, and it's like that background image you see in Chinese restaurants. Like if you've been to a Chinese restaurant, you know what I'm talking about. It's like the airbrush image. It's kind of like that. It works. It keeps the fumes out, except for that one time I almost gassed myself in the cat. It's probably, that sounds a good product. I forgot what it was called now. It was Mr. Paint or Super Joy, something like that. It was a Japanese product. And it says, do not use inside. I'm like, I ain't nothing but some paint. Little did I know, this stuff is also super toxic. Me and the cat hanging out the window, just trying to breathe. Okay, head's coming along nicely. Just gotta put its crown and antenna on. So its crown would be F8. Oh, that's neat. I guess since this is the destroyed, revived version of the original, it has a destroyed crown, antennas. I think I'm the only one who calls them antenna. That's what they look like, but in universe they're all antenna because that's just where their communication would be. It's in the original model, it has a long dual set. This side only has one's broken off. Yep, that's not a defect, it's just how it is on this one. I was really hyped when they announced this because I really like the series. I don't think I can rewatch it. I don't think my heart can handle the emotional stress because anybody who's seen Iron Blood Orphans knows. Oh, yep, getting ahead of myself again. Got to put the top piece on, then I can put the antennas on. So looking for B. B21. And the head unit is now finished. The way this usually goes with them, it's like they'll have you make each piece, like the body, the head, the arms, legs, and at the very end you just put everything together in just one shot, so you're not like building like on a frame. It's just like 1, 2, 3 at the end. So right arm, left arm. Usually for arms, they usually just tell you like do it twice, but this one has like separate like features on each arm, so it tells you to do it separately, and they have the part numbers for it because I guess they don't match up. But usually it goes like arms, and it would have ×2, so you just do it together. Gotta use my Japanese here and figure out what I use first. I guess it really doesn't matter. They're going together. Oh, okay. This is the forearm. This is the shoulder part. So I'll make the forearm first and then connect it to the shoulder. So, runner A1, 13 and 21. Left at A5. Oh, how embarrassing. Me and the boys. So 13 and 21. Sorry, I just got really silent for a second. Just like, wait, what am I doing here? So 13. Oh, why did I put that back? I'm gonna need like 3 more parts of this thing. So 21. So be sure to comment down below like what your favorite Gundam is, if you've done any Gunpla before, if you're interested in this hobby. So let me know. Because I haven't found anybody like really IRL to do this. Like there's plenty of communities and forums and stuff like that, but like no painting. My favorite one would probably be... I always like them for different kind of reasons. I'm a big fan of shields, really, for some reason. Even though, like, in any kind of game, I always pick attacking class, I never pick, like, a defense. But in Gundam, I always like the shields. Gundams and mobile suits with shields are always, like, my favorite. So I kind of like the, what's it called? The GPO-01? It's the big one from Stardust Memories that has the nuke on it. So I think that would be my like mobile suit if I had to pick one. Because one, nukes are fun. Like just anybody who's played Modern Warfare like circa 2000, Modern Warfare 2 circa 2009. I was going on the kill streak, like yeah. Wait a minute. What? Oh, okay. Blake Cat. Sorry, Blake, get down. You can't sit on that. Well, the stream goes off. It's like an hour of this. You have 15 other things to sit on in this place, and you decided to sit on my laptop. Like, come on. What is with cats and doing that? They just, like, love being there in the moment. Give me that. It's like, oh, when I want to give you a pet or something, they hug you, like, no, I don't want to touch you. It's like, I'm Minoru, just do my own thing. Like, nope, time to, it's the cat show. I don't know how John dealt with Garfield. It's like, alright, you're gonna be outdoor cat now. Wait, is that going right? Okay, yep, perfect. And the pictures even have the perfect, they even have the orientation supposed to go. But some parts are kind of tricky like that. This one fit perfectly the other way. But I was like, is that right? Just checked it. A1-9. Wait. I always hate when they can do that. You guys you jumping back and forth between runners, so you're like, yeah, just get all the parts at once. Some people like to pick out all the parts and just punch them all out and then go through it. I don't like doing that because then you sometimes get mixed up and don't know what part you're getting. And once again, the habit of losing things. Use a small piece like this on a plush carpet. You gotta summon the spirit of Sherlock Holmes to help you out find that thing. Let's see. Come on. So I gotta get G2-9 and B23, B21. Wait, oh, B25, B23. Oh, just a little leftover crust from the paint that broke off. I was like, oh no, I sprayed some paint everywhere. But the thing about this Tamiya stuff, a thinner takes it right off. But it's also a bad thing too, because if you overdo it and get it on spots you don't want to take off, it will run it and ruin the finish and coat. Wait, what the hell? What am I doing? Right, this is part 23. Oh, I jumped ahead. I jumped way ahead. I'm on the left arm. So I don't need that. I need 24 and 26. Directions. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention in this hobby. You cannot wing this. You can't think, oh, I'm the greatest thing since Gunpla ever was invented. Nope. You will mess up, you will make mistakes, and you won't have a good time. So 26 would be this way. Oh no, 26 would be this way. Oh, a G1. I've seen a G yet. What was that? That's G2. Ah, G1. Got it. Just trying to get this through. Okay. Careful again, do not cut too short. What the heck was that? I told you ain't nothing but some model kits. Oh, come on. Oh, I went too low. That's why I'm like, why is this not lining up? Perfect. Okay. Forearm complete. So put that to the side, make the shoulder blade. Sorry, shoulder. Here, just make just the shoulder blade. There you go. Part of A1-6. Getting late. Should have started a little earlier. Now I'm going to the wee hours. Trying to finish this up. Seven. All right, so this is getting. Oh, it's right below it. It's like, where is 6 located? Right next to 7. Alright, so 7 goes into 12, and 12 goes into 6. No, that wasn't a surprise math quiz, everyone. That was just how parts go here. Lame joke, but, you know, they come here for comedy. That's crazy. They make a dual working part. G15 and G14. Yeah, these two right here. Kind of speed up a little bit so I can get this all done. Oh, it's 213s. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the hell? Oh, okay, there we go. It's like, arms don't bend like that. The articulation they get in these, just the high grades, is pretty good. Compared to, like, the high grades or no grades from, like, back in the 90s. Like, the Gundam Wing series, I have, like, a whole, no, sorry, G Gundam series. Because they had like the secondary characters, like the Shuffle Alliance. I have like all of them, and they're like basic as hell. It's like they barely like a model kit. They barely move, have barely any gimmicks. I kind of like just threw them in the box. I didn't want to hang them up next to my high grades and my real grades. It was like they're kind of embarrassing to look at. Like compared to like how they build them now. They put so much detail into them. What the? Give you another face for this thing? What faces is this? How many parts have they got in here? I'm like, what is that? So the A112 and B33. I shouldn't have picked slow, sleepy songs. It's not really great. A112. The fist they make is like very simple, but it's very useful because it allows you to hold on to like weapons and other parts easily. It's just a space like this, but like this part is like the top of your hand will be separate, so it makes it easy to snap on. So if you need to like put a bigger weapon in there, you just like take that off, stick it in, close it back up. Although when I'm done with these, I usually don't like take them apart and swap the weapons. So I just like have that one look I like, and I just like leave it. Because these aren't really toys, they're models. Okay, so that's the right arm. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Right if it's looking right at me. I'm like, it's the left. Hopefully this will be much faster this time, the second time around for the left side. Oh, man. Let's see. For A4. I didn't realize how many parts and steps would be this one. I should have picked something with like only 2 sets of legs. I haven't even started on the legs. I think it's like 17 weapons. I'm looking at the rest of the notes like, how many pages in this? Oh boy. A20, A14. Damn, I might even here. Well, that's just. Okay, I'm just gonna move them up. So I need B32. Why did I start so late? Oh no. Abort, abort. Wait, where did I get that 9 then from? That's 921. Where the heck did I get that one from? Laugh maniacally with me. Near G72. That's too late now. I would say I'm starting to see double, but they probably doubled up every part in this thing. Is anybody looking at it? That's B25, I need B23. Come on. Hey. Okay, so the arm looks like that. Matched up. Now it's almost even 1-to-1 scale. It's like a little bit shorter for the picture. A1. Really useful right now. I have some coffee, except I don't drink coffee, so there's nothing in the house. But the only one I like coffee is like light and sweet, so McDonald's frappes, Starbucks frappes, coffee ice cream. Just never got to the coffee culture. Just don't understand it. It's like, why do people keep drinking this stuff? It's awful. It tastes awful. That's just my opinion, but eh. If it tastes so good, how come everyone always leaves like that little bit at the bottom of their cup? It's like, why don't you just drink the whole thing? Oh yes, comment. Sorry I'm so quiet. Wish I could say more. Just trying to focus. Hopefully as time goes on I'll be able to do this much easier. Just like chat and talk. Kinda wish I had someone to talk to. Like, you know, sitting on the side. Okay, getting close to the end for the arms. Just need A and a B. B34, that's F. Ah. You know, what is keeps touching me? Class 23. that's correct. So why is this wrong? Oh no, wait. What the hell? Okay, that's why. I'm like, something's wrong with his arm. It was on backwards. Okay, that takes care of the arms, the body, head, arms. Oh man, this looks like a lot. I might have to make this a two-parter. So I'll just connect what I have and let's see how we are. Not bad so far. That's what we have. This is the upper torso. There's a lot of parts just to make the legs, because there's 4 of them. It's a quadruped. Although the way it looks like its legs can be, it says a dual set. Yeah, I think we'll call that it for now. We'll finish this up. I'll do a 2-part tomorrow, so I'll do a stream of Fatal Frame for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I'll finish this up for the rest of the night. See how far as I get. Hopefully I can get all of it done. But yeah, that's just the first series. There's a lot more to come. Just stay still. Yeah, it's kind of top everywhere. The rest of the body holding up. So far this is looking pretty good. I had the eyes came out, so you can see that. Well, trust me, in the dark spot where its eyes would be, like, they're green. One day I hope we can figure out how to, like, stick, like, little LED strips up there, just draw the eyes with, like, a Dremel, so, like, have it glow. And, like, have the symbols light up, too. That'd be dope. Oh, yeah, since I'm here, I guess I can paint the chest real quick. Show how that's done. That way it's all ready to go and drying. If I put this away. The way I figured out how to paint like indented lines in there is just like to cover the whole area. Like fill in that area with like paint, let it dry, and then run like a little brush with thinner over that, so it gets like the excess around the rim, but it keeps like what's in there. With these model kits, you don't need a lot of paint, especially for like light detail work like this. If you're going heavier than that, you know what you're doing. Yeah, just like fill it in. Looks messy right now. Right there, like just fill that in. Let it dry. Then I take a Q-tip. Best Q-tips I found for the job are these, actually. These actually from Pride Mark. They're $1 for like 50 of them. I literally bought like 10 at one time. I literally have tons of them laying around because they're pointed on one end and they're flat on the other. So it's actually great for like rubbing out things. I would invest in some quality Q-tips like that. Like they're $1 for 50. They're great. Instead of like getting like the regular Q-tips you would get like at CVS and such, because like they're too round and they're like soft. These are like been molded. They're for makeup. That's why. So it just like helps like keep firmness, because once you get the Q-tips wet, they like start mushing up when you start rubbing on them. So I'll just put that away. Keep your tools in good working order. So I dry out a little bit more, that way it doesn't run into the other paint. Well, it doesn't run into the ditch. Because I want to just leave paint in that indent and then just leave it clear. Battle Action Base number 5. Basically the final result. Like, these are some of the stands and weapons you can put with it. I think I usually go with swords usually if it doesn't have a gun. But since like the signature weapon seems to be this bow, I might use that and like keep the sword hip like sheathed. I might just use this style. We'll see how it goes. Okay, that should have dried by now. Let's see how. Just whatever. We don't want to soak it too much. Just want to get enough to rub off the paint. Up any excess, and you just lightly rub away what's left, just the surface. You're not digging into the trench of it. Oh, this is the stuff I was telling you about that makes stuff brittle because it's thinner, so it just eats away at everything like plastic, acrylic, things like that. So you don't want to keep it on there for too long. That's why I like the tips of these ones, because they can get into like tight areas that other ones couldn't. Yep. Yep, just clean them off. Gotta get dried out. I'm not sure if you can see that, but now you can see how detailed it is. See? Now it'll say it was actually injected into the plastic from the factory. Basically just filling in that spot and then wiping away the excess, and you're left with a clean finish. Pretty clean. There's a little left at the top. There we go. It's like a little smudge on the edge. We're basically just showing off like stuff like this is fine. But like if you were in a competition, they judge you for everything, like your finish, any mistakes, your nub lines, which are basically what's left over, like when you cut off the runner, like a little bit of plastic. People get crazy. They sand it down, buff it, prime it, like they get rid of all the edge lines of it, so it looks like it's all one piece instead of like pieces that have been snapped together. And they mark you, and they judge and mark you for everything. The competitions for this are fierce, but the work they do is fantastic. Maybe one day, because I know like Anime NYC usually has like an entry point, like you can like submit yours for like the global competition for like I think the North American branch, and then it goes to like the world, because there's one for Japan, Southeast Asia, I think Europe, maybe South America, and I know there's a North American branch. But like this is just a basic like factory finish right at the box. It's like nothing fancy about this, and they usually always master grades. I've never seen like a high grade really go far. I guess since like they don't really have a lot of detail compared to like those higher level ones, so no one really tries with those ones. But maybe one day I'll get lucky. I should put my tools away, right? Alright, I never had any problems with this before. Now it's like, oh yeah, just want to show off now. There. Okay, now we're good. Alright, so we'll call that quits for today. We're just doing the 144 scale Gundam Barbataurus. And just made the head unit and the chest, torso. And see how the rest looks. So I'll be back tomorrow, try to finish this up. Before that, I'll do some more Fatal Frame. And I'll see you guys then. So have a good night.